So the goat is really soft, and the flavors from all the spices that we did in our rice are really coming well together. This is a 10/10 for me. Today we are in East Africa. We are in Somalia, which is actually in the Horn of Africa, and we're going to be making Bariis, which is a Somali national dish. We're going to be doing Bariis and Somali goat meat. What is Bariis, you would ask? Bariis is spiced Somali rice, and there is another version of that which is Bariis is kukaris, which would mean combined rice. So you'd have to combine rice with certain meat, maybe camel meat, goat meat, beef, lamb, or the like. But for us, we're going to be doing Bariis, which is just a spiced Somali rice, and we're going to make a separate goat meat dish. Start us off, we're going to be boiling this in the pressure cooker. So if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can cook it in your pot for it will just take you a bit longer. So this is goat meat, so I know you should get soft very fast, but you want the meat to be as soft as possible. So also to get the softest meat, the shoulder, that's an interesting fact, is that the shoulder for the goat is one of the softest parts of the meat. So if you can get that would be great. Our meat is in the pot, so as that is getting ready, maybe we can be learning a few things. So today I said you're going to be making Bariis, which is basically rice in Somali, in the Somali dishes. But I mentioned earlier that we have Bariis is kukaris, which is actually now what is the national dish for Somali, which is basically rice combined with something else. So it would be rice combined with camel meat, rice combined with goat meat, lamb, chicken, and all of it is in one pot. So it's just like a one pot convenient dish. But today we're just doing the Bariis. So Bariis is kukaris, to understand it better, would be what pilau is to East Africa and Kenya, and what also jollof would be to Nigeria. So it's very interesting to see how all these rice dishes cut across different countries. So that was an exciting fun fact to learn also for myself, and maybe guys who are from Somali can give us more tips and more facts about this Bariis as rice, a rice dish, and how it's combined, and by combination gives all these other different names that we're coming to learn. Also, I hope I've not butchered those names, and if I have, I'm sorry. So for now, I want to put some oil here and fry these onions in a bit of oil. Then I'm going to drain them. Then they're going to form part of our coating for our rice. The goat meat is done. It's actually really soft. And then I have some stock, which is now the water that I used to boil. I'm going to use that for my rice. So I'm going to just now heat my pan again. Here I have my olive oil, just a little bit, so just not too much. That's enough. Red onions. So I'm just pouring that in. So for this, I'm not interested in my onions really cooking all the way through. I just want a flavor palette for this. So I let this just cook, become translucent. I know that is one of the terms that I keep using here. So I think I will add the things that I want to cook more, I want to start with. So yeah, I have my green pepper. I want to add in my goat meat at this stage. I'm going to turn this. So another thing you can do that I figured out is you can brown the meat first so that you can get that crunchy feel, but maybe we'll do that next time. So I'm going to add now some of my spices. I have here my garlic and ginger, so I'll do I think one, some cumin, some cinnamon, just half a teaspoon or so, around cloves and cardamom. So I'll do that. So it's actually now the smell is coming together really nicely. So because it's getting a bit sticky in the bottom, this is my stock from the goat meat. I'll use it for my rice, but I'll just pour in just a little. Just a little bit. So the meat is already cooked. So at this stage, you're just getting our spices to come together really. So I have my unsalted butter. So because I'm putting salt in my food, I like to use unsalted butter. It's easier for me to control with my salt intake. So let this sip in and let the butter melt. So we're going to, oh, this looks so good, guys. Just so nice. So I'm just going to add some cilantro. I don't want to do all of it. And then I'm going to squeeze in some lemon. And there we have it. Our goat meat is ready and smells so yummy. Extremely yummy. I'm now going to proceed to make my spice Somali rice. We're going to be adding the raisins in our rice, but we are going to boil them a little bit first and soften them before adding them. My pot is hot, so just do a little bit of oil. Add in the onions. So I said earlier that the white onions are sweeter, so for dishes where you want that sweet undertone. So I have my chopped tomatoes. So my onions have cooked down a little bit. So I'm just now going to add in my spices. So I'm pouring in some stock because it's sticking at the bottom. Here I have my washed rice, basmati rice. This is around 3 cups. So I'm just going to pour that in now and stir. I have my goat meat stock, so I'm going to pour that into here. I have around 5.5 cups. My rice was 3 cups, so I'm doing 5.5, and then towards the end I'm going to reduce the heat and put foil paper for it to just cook. My rice, look at how fluffy it is. It's not all the way cooked yet, but we can move on to the next stages, which is basically now adding in my previously deep fried onions and my raisins, and then my food color. So my foil paper, and let now this simmer for like I think 5 minutes. Then I'll switch off the heat because now the water will be all the way done. Then I'll still let it sit for another around to another 10 minutes. I want also the food color to cook. So guys, our Bariis and spiced goat meat is ready, and you're now going to go in for a taste test. This already, the presentation looks really nice, so we're going to just try and see. So the goat is really soft, and the flavors from all the spices that we did in our rice are really coming well together. This is a 10 over 10 for me. I think one of the best things I've had, because I'm a rice fanatic. So I can't wait for you guys to try it and tell me what you think. So for now, I'm just going to say goodbye and enjoy the rest of my dish. Bye.